Alright, in this video I want to show you how to make your PDFs interactive, or at least one way to do that with PowerPoint and your PDF. So I have my PowerPoint, the PowerPoint that I'm going to use to make my PDF interactive, but I need to change a couple of things. So the first thing I usually do is just come in here and delete these initial text boxes. And then the other thing I want to do is I'm going to change the slide size. So let me go back and do that again. Under Design, I want to go to Slide Size, and then I'm going to do a custom slide size. And I'm going to change this to 8.5 by 11 so that it is a normal size of a piece of paper. This doesn't really matter because I don't have anything on the slide at this time. So now I have my slide complete, ready for the PDF. So I already have my PDF open. You want to open it up. I usually open it up in a browser, but it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you can see the entire page before you start. So I'm also going to need my snipping tool. And if you don't know where that is, you can click on your search bar and just type snip, and you'll see snip and sketch, and you may see this snipping tool. This is one of the older tools. I like the snip and sketch. So once that opens, I'm going to click on new, and I want to make sure that I don't see those menus. Alright, so I'm going to click new, and now I'm going to select the document area, and now it is saved. And it will automatically copy this for you, but if you want to make sure, you can click here where it says copy. Now I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint, and then I'm just going to paste that in. Now I want to make sure that it's as big as I can get it so I have more room. So I'm going to just maximize the size here. Alright, so I have a copy of the PDF into my PowerPoint. So now I'm going to go to my Insert menu, and I'm going to choose a shape. Now I choose the shape because I want to have more control over the area where students are going to have the ability to type. And the text boxes just seem to, you just don't have as much control over that. So I have a shape, and I'm going to draw the rectangle as big as I can get it over there around the area. So it defaults to this blue. So if I right click, I can click on fill, and I want to change it to just a different, more pleasing color. And then I want to make sure that, let me pin this real quick. I want to make sure that the text is set up correctly. And so you can see that the text is set to center, so I want to make sure that's left justified. I also want to make sure that the font color is a darker color. It defaults to white on a shape. And then I also want to change the font size because I want to give students as much room to type as I can. So now I have this text box, and if you didn't know, you can type in a text box. So in a shape box, so students will be able to type in that. So now that I have the box set up and it's the font is all set up, then I'm going to just copy this because it's already set up. I don't want to have to redo it. So I can copy and paste and then drag this down to each of these areas, and it is set. Now one last step, I want to do Control A, which will select all of the elements on this slide, and then I'm going to right click, and I'm going to group these objects together. So now if a student accidentally grabs drags it off, then it will all stay together. So I have this, and I could save it, and it's ready to send. Now I can actually attach this to a document, to an assignment in Teams, and just make sure that you change the settings so that each student gets their own copy, and they will be able to now open this file and type in these boxes and then send the answers back to you. So you don't have to do as much work retyping everything. So that was changing the slide to an 8.5 by 11. This is just another example. I just took chunks of the worksheet, and instead of changing the slide size, I just put half of the worksheet on one slide and then half of it on the other, and then did the same thing with the text boxes or the shape boxes on the page. One other thing you can do if you want to take the extra step is in your snipping tool, you can save this background or save this file, save the file as a JPEG or PNG. And when you do that, you can now, in your PowerPoint, you can actually insert or use that image as your slide background. So I'm going to insert a new slide. And when I right click on the slide, I want to click on Format Background, and I'm going to choose Picture, and then I'm going to insert from a file that I have on my hard drive, and I'm going to see if I can find that really quickly. Let's save it. Sorry. So here's my image that I saved, and now it's the background. Now the reason you might want to do that is just adds a second layer of protection for moving things around. I can still add my shape boxes here, so I can just copy that, and then I would add these all the way down and continue to do that. What I also, once I'm finished, once I have all my text boxes in place, I would still recommend doing Control A to select all of the text boxes or shape boxes with your text, and then group those together so that at least those will also stay together if they're moved, and then you can just have the student move it back if it happens. But that just creates, again, just an extra layer of protection for your content in the background so that it doesn't get deleted. And again, you would just save this, attach it to your assignment in Teams, and students would be able to type in their answers here and then submit it back to you.